And sure enough, she's managed to do it. Thank you so much. Now, traditionally, what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to introduce the guests. Uh, but we don't have a guest per se, but we have a little lady out here who does come to many of our meetings, and I would like her to say something. So, Saida Fatima, please tell us something about yourself. Yes, is she there? Hello? All right. Yeah, come on, let's hear.
My name is Saida Fatma Zadi.
Okay.
I am in class 3rd C.
Wow.
My hobbies are playing, reading, and writing.
Awesome.
I'm the daughter of Syed Faisal Zadi.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. You have, I mean, you are a superb speaker. You're a born speaker. And I'm sure in the years to come, we'll have a terrific Toastmaster called Toastmaster Saida Fatima Zadi. Thank you so much. Right now, time to get on with the meeting. And for that, I'd like to hand you over to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Devika. She needs no introduction, and I'm not going to do it. Not taking your time, Toastmaster Devika. The virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster PK Racer, for the wonderful introduction. So, good evening to one and all. And the theme of the today's meeting is life is about having fun. Steve Jobs has said your work is going to fill a larger part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. At the very outset, let me tell you this crap. It's true that some people achieve great heights while doing things they love, like sportsperson, movie stars, alcohol manufacturers, and of course Steve Jobs. But not everyone is blessed. There has to be someone who sits behind the counter at the grocery store, or deliver or Amazon courier, or write codes for the $1 million startup. And while these may not be their ideal dream jobs, millions of people around the world depend on them. Having said that, this does not mean it robs people of all opportunities to have fun in their life. I, for one, is trying to achieve my dream job of being a professor in a reputed college. But there is one simple thing that helps me to retain fun in my life. That is reading a good book. I find immense joy in immersing myself in the world full of fantasy, fiction, romance, suspense. Sometimes I find resonance with the protagonist, but sometimes I identify myself with antagonist. There are times when I get ideas to deal issues in my life. And there was this one time when I passed on some beautiful lines I found in a book as my own to impress people. So while I'm trying to achieve my goals, reading a book gives me a window to escape to an altogether different life. And that would I say is a great way to have fun in my life. Well, if that took you to a different world, let me nudge you back to our Toastmasters, because living in the present is one way to have fun in your life as well. For the benefit of guest, let me tell you how the Toastmaster meeting functions. The meeting is split into three parts. First segment is the prepared speeches, where members come prepared with a speech based on the objective with a duration of 5 to 7 minutes. Second segment is of impromptu speeches or table topic sessions. In this, you will be given a topic by the table topic master, and you have to speak it on for 2 minutes. Though this segment may sound you exciting and fun, but it really tests your impromptu speaking skills. Third segment is called the evaluation session, where the evaluators will point the strength and the scope of improvements of our speakers. On that note, let me invite our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Arpit. Toastmaster Arpit hails from Lucknow. He is a mechanical engineer graduate, presently a soft skill trainer at Mahindra Pride Classroom. He loves playing guitar as well as singing songs. Over to you, Toastmaster Arpit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devika. A very good evening to all of you present here. Today I will be playing the role for general evaluator. And as the name says, general, don't think it's completely general. It's just like general studies. Everything under sun comes under general evaluator too. So I would be presenting, or I would be vigilant here to see how the meeting goes on, how it starts, how the meeting goes on, how's the behavior of each and every individual, how the meeting ends, everything. How's the energy of the group? This I will also keep my eyes on. For that, I have a small team known as tag team. Timer, our accountant, and grammarian. And these are from our members only. So for timer, I have Toastmaster Reena. So for that, and first I would like to know how many of you loved the chemistry when they were in the college? None of you? And it's Toastmaster Reena only, because she has done her graduation from Ramjas College, University of Delhi, in BSc honors in chemistry only. So that's very amazing, and such a strong individual. Where can we see such kind of individuals? In defense services. So I am very optimistic regarding getting into defense services, because she says she would love to work in defense services. So Toastmaster Reena is also the VP Education of NVezion Toastmaster Club. Sorry, not yes, she's the VP Education of Toastmaster Club. And at the same time, she loves writing, reading. But what she loves, what she will only tell. What she writes, she will only tell, because she hasn't given us the real platform, what she does. So I would request Toastmaster Reena to please come on the stage and share what you will do as a timer for the meeting. Toastmaster Reena.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arpit. So it is said that time contains the ingredients to success, growth, happiness, and prosperity, as well as all the things that we want. Time is as important in any Toastmasters meeting as it is in any other sphere of our life. And this is why we have timer in every Toastmasters meeting. As a timer, I will be tracking the time taken by the speech speakers, table topic speakers, and evaluators. A Toastmaster should always be cognizant about the significance of time allotted to him. It is one of the deciding factors of his or her qualification or disqualification. So, as to become a quintessential speaker, I'm really sorry to Anushka, but I'm using the word of the day beforehand because I already knew it. So as to become a quintessential speaker, one should follow the timer's guideline. So here I'm presenting my screen to make it more clear. Just give me a second. Okay. I hope it is visible.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I'm taking the timer's role for the very first time, and whenever I take any role for the first time, I do it at my worst. So if I do any kind of mistake, I apologize beforehand. For speeches, the time allotted to every speaker is 5 to 7 minutes. Before 5 minutes, I will be showing this gray card. At 5 minutes, I will be showing this green card. And at 6 minutes, I will be showing this yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will be showing this red card. We must remember that there is the grace of 30 seconds, which is given to every speaker. Every speech speaker, the upper limit as well as the lower limit. That is, for minimum, you have to speak for at least 4 minutes 30 seconds, and maximum you can go up to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. After that, the same cards will be shown for the table topic speakers. The time allotted for table topic speakers is 1 to 2 minutes. Before 1 minute, I will be showing this gray card. At 1 minute, I will be showing this green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will be showing the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will be showing the red card. Here, the grace of 30 seconds is given, but it is only upper limit, that you will have to speak at least for 1 minute to be a qualified table topic speaker, and maximum you can speak up to 2 minutes 30 seconds. Then talking about the evaluators, the time allotted for evaluators is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will be showing the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will be showing the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will be showing this red card. Here also, a grace period of 30 seconds is available. Upper limit, that is, you will have to give your evaluation for at least 2 minutes, and maximum you can speak up to 3 minutes 30 seconds. So this is all from my side. I hope that I made my role clear, crystal clear to everybody. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Reena. And you did your job very good this time, right? Because you were in my team. So next in my team, there would be a counter. Anyone who loves to travel or anyone who travels, he develops one thing, and that is being positive through life, being positive in life. So Toastmaster Smita also loves to travel, and she has developed a positive outlook for life. She is an emotional intelligence trainer as well as facilitator. And at the same time, she has a binge on Netflix. So I would like to call upon Toastmaster Smita to please share the stage and please explain to all the audience regarding the counter role. Over to Toastmaster Smita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arpit, the General Evaluator for the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. They say words are more powerful than actions. And here at Toastmasters, we strive to better the spoken word. And that is why it is so essential to make our speech very, very effective. And how do we do that? Well, to begin with, we try and minimize certain words, the usage of certain words. We call them the filler sounds, the filler phrases, the filler words, the crutch words that we often take use of when we are speaking, when we are forgetting what to speak. When we are short of words, we tend to use these words again and again. Such words lessen the effectivity of our speech. And I'm here to see to it that you minimize such words by telling you the count of such words that you will be using. Let me share my screen and tell you which are those words that I'm speaking about. The filler sounds and the filler words are something like this on your screen. Sometimes you're scratching your head and thinking of what to speak. Those are some filler sounds. After certain sentences, you again say so, kind of. All these are filler phrases and filler words. I mean, probably, basically, literally, now these are words that we can always omit. Body gestures, while speaking, you would have seen certain people always rubbing their noses, fiddling with their hands, probably with their buckles, the belt buckles. All these things can be avoided to make your speech effective. And I, as the counter of the day, would be making a note of these filler words, filler sounds, extra overused words that you will be making in your speeches today. And I'll present my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Back to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smita, for wonderfully explaining the rule. For the tag team, I have the grammarian, and the grammarian role is being played by Toastmaster Anushka. She is in the final year of her master's in political science, and she loves Plato. You think that girls only love Hrithik Roshan, but no, she loves Plato because she is a humanitarian student. So it happens sometime, and she enjoys. Can anybody guess? She loves chit chatting and what she chats. Anybody, any guess? Anyone? Write on chat or open mic, anything. Any guesses? What she loves in chit chatting? Fast. Blind guess anything. Okay, leave it. She loves to discuss international relationships. Can you guess? Someone who's loving Plato and she loves to interact, chit chat, international relationships. So it's quite amazing for me. So I would like to call, she has made my team very strong. So I would like to call Toastmaster Anushka on stage, and please explain your role, Toastmaster Anushka.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Arpit. I read a quote somewhere. My life is a constant battle between wanting to correct grammar and wanting to have friends. Nevertheless, since this is my first meeting, I'm sticking to the former, and I hope you guys will forgive me. Good evening, everyone. I'm Anushka, and I am the grammarian for today, and my major responsibilities include, firstly, introducing the word of the day. So my word, I was not aware that I have to make a slide. So take notes. My word of the day is quintessential. So the meaning of quintessential is the most perfect, typical example of something. So it's the ideal or the best. For example, Tony Robbins is a quintessential public speaker. Roti and rice has long been the quintessential Indian food, or as Reena towards the start used, that she is indeed a quintessential public speaker. My second responsibility will be to introduce the idiom for the day. So now this is a tough one, but it's not fun if it's not tough. So my idiom for the day is, when life gives you lemon, make a lemonade. The meaning is, make the best of the negative situation in life. If you end up with something sour in life, like a lemon, you try to find the best and the sweetest quality in it. And the sentence would be, it's a old example of Malcolm X. Malcolm X was imprisoned for 10 years for robbery. But during that time, he used that prison time to read everything that was there in the prison library, from culture to politics. And then thereafter, he became a prominent figure in the civil rights movement. So that's it. When life gives you lemon, you make a lemonade. And my third and the most important responsibility as a grammarian is to watch out for all the wrong usages of grammar, mispronunciation, awkward sentences throughout your speeches from speakers, evaluators, and the role players. I wish you all a very good luck for all the speakers, and beware, if you say any wrong word, and I have a knack for detail, I'll catch it. Over to you, General Evaluator Arpit. Thank you.
Whenever someone calls us on stage, we feel like we got a lemon. But Toastmaster Anushka saying that we have to make a lemonade out of it. And you have already done that because it was the first meeting, as you told, and wonderful take by you. So now I would like to share the screen with TMOD, Toastmaster Devika. I've already done regarding my team. Over to Toastmaster Devika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arpit. So as I said, reading a good book is one way that I make my life fun, but not everyone enjoys reading. Playing a sport, listening to music, dancing, etc. are some of the most common hobbies that people enjoy doing. Yours can be something unique like stand-up comedy. Whatever it is, these are the activities that we do in our leisure time, and they add meaning to our lives. So if you already have a hobby, it's excellent. pursue it, and if not, find the one that excites you. On that note, let me start our first segment of prepared speeches. So before I call Toastmaster PK Racer, I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Vichitraveer, to explain the objective of his project. So Toastmaster Vichitraveer hails from the Unnao district in UP. He completed his bachelor's from Army Institute of Technology, Pune. He likes to play cricket or volleyball with his friends. He's a part of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow and acting as the treasurer of the club. Over to you, Toastmaster Vichitraveer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, or Toastmaster Devika, for that lovely introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, my speaker for the day is a person who needs no introduction. He himself is known for his oratory skills. I have watched his speeches, and I can say that, as per our grammarian, she gave the word quintessential. So he is the perfect example to bring drama and motion into his speeches. His speech completely hooks you. For the complete duration, you are sitting on the edge of your chair and listening to his speeches. He is a retired army officer who likes to take on establishments head on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Toastmaster PK. Toastmaster PK will deliver his level 4 project 2 speech for the day. Timer, please note that the duration for the speech will be from 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of his project will be is for the member to apply his or her understanding of social media to enhance an established or new social media presence. Toastmaster PK, for whom the bells toll. For whom the bells toll, Toastmaster PK.
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade? Definitely not. When life gives you lemon, you cut them into 8 quarters and use 1 quarter each for every drink that you're going to have. So that gives you a chance to have 8 drinks. Am I correct? So, for whom the bells toll? For those of you who are interested in reading, For Whom the Bells Toll is a very famous novel by one of my most favorite novelists, whom I used to read when I was a kid. Can anybody tell me who's the novelist involved? No? Come on, guys. Have you seen Guns of Navarone? Who's written that? Who wrote Forced to Navarone, I Station Zebra, etc.? All right, never mind. When life gives you lemon, sometimes you need
Alistair
lemonade also.
MacLean.
Alistair MacLean, correct, absolutely correct. It is Alistair MacLean. So, For Whom the Bells Toll is the name of a novel by Alistair MacLean. But that is not the relevant portion of this speech. I want to start off telling you about social media by telling you of an era when we used to consider Yahoo Messenger and Orkut as social media. There was a time when our mobiles could do only 2 things, talk and send SMS. And if you wanted to use social media, then you had to come on your laptop with those expensive internet connections. And the 2 things we had at that time was Orkut and Yahoo Messenger.
हेलो
But they were very...
हाँ पंकज अरे मैं घर पे हूँ मेरा वो टोस्ट मास्टर की मीटिंग चल रही है
मैं टीएमओडी बनी हुई थी हाँ ठीक
Right, okay. Never mind. So, one day I was on Yahoo Messenger and there was a conversation going on with some random chap who had come into my profile. And that fellow was telling me about the bells tolling. So I made some statement to him that yes, there is a chance that the bells will toll, but it is going to be very difficult to allow the bells to take their toll. That guy said, no, no, no. I will show you exactly what happened. And believe it or not, within a few seconds, my screen was filled with bells and each one of them was chiming. That fellow had managed to invade my profile and now he was sending bells tolling and they were chiming and they were on all parts of my screen. And then after some time, just to increase the complexity of what is happening, what this chap started doing was he started sending messages. To erase this, press A. The moment I press A, it would say to erase this, press Q. The moment I erase that, it would say to erase this, press Z. And he had me dancing around that for the next 5 minutes. And then he came back to say, sometimes the bells do take their toll. The objective of telling you this story is that is the day I realized what is the power of the internet. The internet is such a potent force and we just don't bother about it. And even now, when we are talking about using the social media, what usually happens is that we use the various little aspects of the social media. For example, some of us are there on Facebook. Facebook, generally all Indians subscribe to that. Some of us are on Instagram because of the wonderful photographs that you have there. You know what I mean? And some of us are there on Twitter, but there is much more to social media than this. And therefore, it is important for us to note that if you want to do something, then you have to harness the power of the social media. And so I decided at one point of time, when I was unemployed, that all right, what I am going to do now is I am going to use the social media to generate some employment for myself. I had all the time in the world, so I started reading up. And I went to various help desks to find out what exactly to do. And the most important piece of advice which stuck in my mind was, they said, you must have a smart plan. Now, smart plan is a smart plan, but you must know that SMART is an acronym out here. So what do these letters SMART stand for? First of all, S stands for specific. So when you make a plan, make a specific plan. Not that I will create a presence on social media. That's not it. What you have to do is I will create a presence on social media, on Twitter, or I will create my presence on Instagram. Don't try everything. Then nothing will happen. Try one. And that is where you'll be able to create your presence. Next, when you make a plan, M stands for measurable. So your plan must be such that there must be some metric to it by which you can measure. For example, I will try and increase my presence in social media by 10%. Don't try 100%, it doesn't happen. 10%, try it. Similarly, A stands for achievable. I just told you, don't try to make it 100%. Fourthly, R stands for realistic. And fifthly, T stands for the element of time. You cannot say that I will increase my presence in the social media spectrum by 10% and then take years to do it. No, I will do it in the next 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. You have to specify. And when you make that plan like this, then in that case, your presence will succeed. Make any plan as long as it conforms to SMART as I lined them out to you, you will definitely succeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that finally, by using the social media, I managed as late as yesterday to generate the type of employment I was looking for. Up till day before yesterday, I was a pauper. Yesterday, I got 2 offers and I started playing them. And you will not believe it. They started upping their price, or rather my price, every 2 hours. And suddenly I found that social media, the power of social media actually works very well. And I will request all of you to try it. But when you make your plan, remember that SMAR, as I told you. I'm running out of time. Otherwise, I could have told you a lot more stories. Nevertheless, thank you for listening to me and do try it out. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster PK Racer, for the wonderful speech. So, before I call Toastmaster Kirti, I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Asankhya, to explain the objective of her project. Toastmaster Asankhya is working with an edtech company named Amritus on corporate front and personally striving to be a better version of himself every day. He is also serving as a Division F Director in District 124. Over to you, Toastmaster Asankhya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devika, for that introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests present here. I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Kirti. Toastmaster Kirti is serving as the Vice President Education of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, and she is a commerce postgraduate. She has qualified UGC, and she loves doing acrylic painting a lot. Today she'll be delivering her level 2 project 1, that is understanding my leadership style. And the purpose of this project is for the member to identify her primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of her primary leadership style as well, or discuss leadership styles in general. Over to you, Toastmaster Kirti. Toastmaster Kirti, my leadership style, Toastmaster Kirti. The virtual stage is all yours.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more, you are a leader, my dear friend. These are not just the lines, these are my emotions. Be with me to help understand this in a better manner. A very warm good evening, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends. Today, in my project, I have to understand a little bit more about myself. I have to understand about my leadership style. When I have saw my project, the word leadership, my heart filled with mixed emotions. On one side, I was thrilled that I'm going to present myself as a very cool leader. On the other hand, I was confused because I don't know what type of a leader I am. Here, Toastmaster completely comes handy. They have given me some set of questionnaires to understand my leadership qualities in a better manner. Before overwhelming you all with many new concepts and definition, let me help you understand 4 major type of leaderships. First one is the autocratic leadership. Have you heard of Hitler? These are the type leaders which never listens to anyone. They are the most rigid and make you work on their own terms. Second one is bureaucratic. Have you ever seen an IS officer who likes rules and regulation is somewhat strict one? My friend, that is a bureaucratic leadership. Third is an innovative leadership. My favorite. They are the open-minded, very flexible type of persons. They love to be with people and people loves to be around with them. And the last is affiliate leadership. And there cannot be a better definition to affiliate leadership than Mother Teresa, a person who is very compassionate and affectionate. So these are the leaders who are very connected to their people. So from all these four type of leadership, there must be a leadership quality or a style that resonates with me, or that the style that comes for me. So while I was filling those circles in the questionnaires, my mind said, I must be an innovative leader. I am that calm, cool, innovative, that of a person. I love to be with people. So I must be an innovative type of leadership, right? Well, my fantasy world got shaken up and and it got scattered all around me. When the result of the questionnaire said, you are a bureaucratic leader. After a few minutes of drama, when I came back to my senses and to my out of my fantasy world, what I thought, am I really any type of a bureaucratic leader? Is that true? But what I did, I kept on introspecting myself. And while introspecting and going through the windows of past, I realized one thing, that I do have some qualities of a bureaucratic leader. When I work, I like people. I have some hidden expectation and I like people to be disciplined, to be responsible, to follow rules and regulation because I myself am very fond of them. My expectations got perfect validations from my past experiences too. And I would like to share one of them with you all today. When I was in my PG postgraduate, we got a project, a group project in my finance subject. We have to write a project as well as to present in front of the whole class in the form of a PPT. So what happened? In our group, we have 4 members, and none of the members in my group were motivated or responsible. Motivated or responsible would be a totally wrong word here because none of them were even bothered for the project. And of course, all the onus of the project falls on my shoulder. Instead of feeling victim over there, my head was clouded with the thought that my marks should not be affected because of them. So I have taken care of all of that. I've divided the whole project, given them the tasks they can do normally, taken all the music, contents, and PPT all by myself. With the expectations that they can do, they can write their contents, they can present them on the presentation day. And you know what happened on the D day, on the presentation day? We got stood up. One of the team member didn't show, and we kept on calling to her. She not even bothered to inform us that what happened. In the very last few minutes, she picked us a call and said sorry. I was furious because I have given her the only task, and she could not make it even happen. The whole incident was like a stamp that I'm a bureaucratic leader because I want rules and regulations and steps to be followed in a manner. I was not affiliative. I was not concerned what happened to her. I was also not an autocratic. No, come here, write us up. I was also not cool, calm, and composed like an innovative leader. I was bureaucratic leader here. Overall, this project in a wholesome not only helped me to recognize what my leadership style was, but also a very beautiful life lesson that instead of being stuck up in my own fantasy world, I should I should make my mind on building my leadership every day. Instead of being trapped in tasks and projects, I should focus more on actions because actions is all leadership is all about. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Devika.
So, wonderful speech, Toastmaster Kirti. Well done. So, moving. So, apart from hobbies, there is one another activity that can help you to live a fun life. That is traveling. It is said that if we were to be in one place, we could be trees. Traveling not only brings a change in our monotonous life, but gives you a new perspective to see things and, most importantly, stories to tell. Even Dalai Lama says, once a year, go someplace you have never been before. And clearly, there could have been no better person than Dalai Lama himself to give a suggestion about living your life. So, on that note, we move on to our next segment, table topic session. So, please join me in welcoming the table topic master of today's session, Toastmaster Said. He is a founder and CEO of the NVezion.com and digital transformation expert with over 15 years in helping people achieve their digitalization goal. His passion and of being an entrepreneur has given him the motive to organize NVezion Club under Toastmasters International and connect with the like-minded people to talk about business, technology, and supporting their startups. Over to you, Toastmaster Said.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devika. Hello, everyone. As we all know, the table topic is one big fun in Toastmasters. Today we are talking about life with fun, etc. So today the speakers will be delivering quintessential impromptu speeches in this segment. As we all know, we will be attempting on one instant, spontaneous topic, and you will be given 1 to 2 minutes to speak on such topic. Table topic segment itself is fun, exciting segments, and I used to bring it in more fun way. So let us try. Let me share my screen. Let us take this in training session. Who is going to participate first? Who is going to be our first speaker? Oops, our timer is out of the meeting. Let me see.
No, I am the timer for the time.
She's back. She's back. Reena is in the room now. If in case she dropped off, Arpit, you can take care of that. If in case she dropped off. She is in the room now. Is she? Just now she got entered.
Yeah, she came in and she went away. That's okay. Arpit will carry on.
She's having a network issue. So who is going to take the first topic? As we all know, in life, fun is traveling. So I brought listening and watching. So you can choose your favorite, listening or watching. Who's going to attempt the first topic? who is my first speaker? If no one is going to raise hand, I will call by myself.
I have a timer, but I have 2 plus.
Arpit, you want to try?
I have a timer, but I will try.
Okay. Reena is in the room now.
I would go for listening.
Number? You can see some number.
Number 4.
Number 4. All right, let's see what I have for you in number 4.
Just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is...
When your friend backs out from the plan at the last moment. Over to you.
When a friend backs from the plan for the last moment, it is a normal thing. It can happen. I would like to know from him what exactly happened with him. Because sometimes it happens, we think that we only have problem, but sometimes others also have problem. Like with me, it happened in my early days when I was in my engineering college. There was an individual who had planned with me that he would work harder this time in the examination. But somehow, because of this emotional problem or some house problem, he was not able to back up with me. So it happens with us also. So he completely had to go off from the plan. So I accepted it. I didn't went against him. Like the person who was taking the gun and running after him, I had to talk to him. But I was knowing that, okay, sometimes it happens that people face that problem. I was completely okay with it. And fellow Toastmasters, I would like to tell you all that it happens sometimes with all of us. We have to keep calm, nervous, and try to face the challenge in front of us. When the person faces the issue, it can happen. And this also happened in an army also. You are fighting with 15 individuals. Suddenly you see that 2 of them got killed. Now only 13 are left. Now you will not run away. You will face the challenge. And this is what our officers do there. Our commanders do there. They face the challenge then and there. And they completely make us win or make us feel safe on that. And this happens. So let us pray. Let us make ourselves strong so that we can face the challenges of life and never take a gun and just run after the individuals who back out from the last plan. Over to Tabletop Master.
Toastmaster Arpit is quintessential of cool dude person. He is so calm and composed, so he never mind if someone backed out on the last moment. You should try VP Education role in the Toastmasters Club. Thank you so much. Who is going to be my next speaker? We don't have a lot of people, so Toastmaster Smita, why don't you come and take one topic?
All right, I will.
All right. Let me share my screen again. 4 is out now. What number you want to choose?
I'll go with number 6, watching.
Number 6. So watch. When you forget to turn off the gas after 5 whistles. When you forget to turn off the gas after 5 whistles. Toastmaster Smita.
Is there anybody out here who's a born cook? I don't think so. I, for certain, wasn't one. And when I got married, the only thing that I knew how to cook was my sunny side up, my favorite breakfast, and a glass of water that I could manage from the kitchen. Apart from that, I had absolutely no idea what cooking is all about. Now that was in the year 1998, when you did not have mobile phones to quickly call up your mom and ask, what do I do with this dal? What do I do with this vegetable? Why is it not cooking? So believe you me, I have spoiled a lot of food, and a lot of food has gone into the dustbin. What is it that I used to do? Since I had no idea about the pressure cooker, about the different kind of utensils that there were at home, I would experiment. And I thought that a pressure cooker is something, it's like a magic pot. You put everything inside it, shut it, and with every single whistle, things should get cooked. I used to think that the wok that you use, you put everything inside it and switch on the gas, and within minutes, things would cook. Would you believe that my confidence was so high after 2 months of marriage that I called few of my friends, my husband's friends, over for lunch. They came around 1:30 in the afternoon. And at 1:30 in the afternoon, after chatting with them, after getting some snacks for them, is a time when I entered the kitchen to prepare something. I thought it just takes minutes. So I chopped up everything, put it inside, and after 1 hour or so, I was standing in the kitchen wondering why nothing has got cooked. The story actually went on in such a manner that my husband's friends came inside the kitchen, made me sit out, and they told me, "Madam, why don't you sit? Let the boys take over the kitchen." And that is how these 5 whistles that you actually saw there became a part and parcel of my life for years to come. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smita. You have reminded me of one of my life story when I started cooking. I brought mozzarella instead of cottage cheese, and I made my pan heated, and once I put the mozzarella, it was melt down. I was surprised because first time ever I got to know there are several kind of cheese available in the market. You have to be specified that which kind of cheese you are going to be you are putting in the pan. So it's happened. Who is going to be the next speaker? Toastmaster Anushka.
I was just secretly hoping you won't take mine.
All right. So 6 number is also gone from the screen.
Go with the first one.
All right. Let's see what we have in the first. When you tease your sibling and they complain to your parent. When you tease your sibling and they complain to your parent. Toastmaster Anushka.
So this is the story of my life. I mean, I have a younger brother, but he's just younger in age. He's like way bigger in height than me. So what used to happen that when we were in class 7th and 8th, so I used to swim a lot. So at that age, I had more height than him. But then I used to fight with him and tease with him. So one day he decided that no, I'm going to increase my height. And I think class 9th and class 10th, this guy has focused all of his energy in just increasing his height. So he did all of those asanas in which you turn upside down, and then all the pull-ups and everything that he could do, he did it. And he actually increased his height, and now he's definitely more in height than me. And when it comes to teasing, yeah, over the years, I sort of moderated myself. People told me that you are the elder sister, so you should be a little more composed and calm and not do these things. But this is sort of my nature, and I might, to my friends, I might come across as very serious person, but yes, to my brother, like he considers me as his younger sister. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm his younger sister too. So yes, that's it. And I think brother and sister relationship should be more of a friendship than that hierarchy. And also in my family, it's a matriarchal family, so all the women rule. My mother rules and then I rule. So we are more sort of, we tell them what to do. And my father, my brother, they just cooperate and they sort of adjust. So yes, that's it. I think, yeah, that's my time. Over to you, Faisal sir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka, for sharing a cherishable memory from your life. I'm the eldest one, so I was like parent for my siblings. There is nothing they can complain because I am the toughest for them. All right, moving forward, let's have Kirti Yadav for our next speaker.
So I was about to raise my hand. I was just about to put my
Yeah, but I'm not going to ask who is going to nominate because I see no one is nominating. So I will use my veto power to bring anyone. So number one is also gone from the list.
okay, 7.
7. So let's see what we have in 7. Oops. Let's hear this.
No.
No.
No. No. No. No.
When your sibling says, I'm going to cook dinner tonight. When your sibling says, I'm going to cook dinner tonight. Toastmaster Kirti.
So there's a beautiful saying from the ancestors that the siblings are born rivals. You may find it funny, right? But that's true. They are the rivals, not in true sense, but they have to follow this rivalry. It needs to be done from the small eraser sharpeners in the childhood day to the adulthood. I don't want to do homework, household chores. It's something which happens in each and everybody's house. I guess that's true. And it's actually also the condition for my house, where we also always put the things on each other's shoulders. She's like, oh, she will do. And I'm like, it's your responsibility to sometimes take it. Okay. So today, somehow it is seasoningly and by praising, yeah, you make a very good cold coffee. Do it, please. And I got trapped in a words and like, okay, I will make a cold coffee for you. But is this a condition for all the time? No. I not get trapped in her words all the time. I make her do the chores. And deep down inside, I was also horrified and I'm in the situation. What will happen if it tastes the worst? Or what will happen if I won't like? So I have a very cool trick. Without even tasting the food, I just say, oh, wow, what a delicious food you have cooked. These are not the expressions. These are not the tactics. These are the ways to live a peaceful way in your house. I think all will agree with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kirti. I am a quintessential cook in my family. I can make like this. Whenever we cook anything, my sibling and cousins, they used to say one thing. It is not same as the last one. This is one pet thing we have to say on every dish. All right, let's move forward with our Toastmaster PK.
I can't see the numbers.
All right, 7 is gone from the list now.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hey, Oma, want a Hertz donut?
Okay.
Hertz donut.
When someone says they don't like Maggie, when someone says they don't like Maggie, Toastmaster PK.
Absolutely. When somebody tells me I don't like Maggie, I said, man, let's shake hands. Even I don't like Maggie. Maggie, what is that? That stringy little thing which you get. And they say it takes 2 minutes to cook, but it actually does not. It takes at least 5. Well, never mind. I don't like Maggie. And it's a perfect opportunity. You don't like Maggie. I don't like Maggie. Okay, why media? Let's go and hit the bar. Because that is the place where you will get all the various types of snacks. And let me tell you, in Kolkata, you got this Army Officers Institute in Fort William. And when I go there, I find that snacks are enough. One does not need to have dinner. Because after you have had 3-4 plates of mutton shami kebab, 2 plates of fish fingers, 2 plates of baby corn something, and some chicken kebab, etc., etc., your stomach is nice and full. Who needs Maggie? I don't, at least. Of course, there is a small secret, and that secret is that I'm allergic to Chinese food. But when somebody calls me and tells me, come have dinner with me, and they produce Chinese food, I don't say I don't mention the allergy. What I do is I have it. Next morning when I wake up, my palms are filled with red rash. It doesn't matter. That food was delicious. I enjoyed myself. And I try and see what they are going to serve. I try and tell them, be a little careful, don't get that Chinese food. But Maggie? Why go for Maggie? It is better to take some bread, dip it into some nice hot milk and eat it. That's what I do every morning for breakfast. And the great thing in my house is a lot of Maggie comes to my house. But I have 2 people here to consume it at the equal quantities. They take 4 packs of Maggie and consume it at one go. That is the rate at which Maggie is consumed. But for me, no, not Maggie. I don't like Maggie. So if you say, I don't like Maggie, I'll shake your hand and take you to the Army Officers Institute, to the bar. Great snacks. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Zaidi.
Thank you, Toastmaster PK. This was not good for Maggie lovers. However, let's move forward with our another speaker, who is going to be the next one. Vichitravir.
Asanka is there, Reena is there, and Vichitravi, yes.
Hello, Toastmaster Sayed, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. 2 is also out from the list. Which number?
I will go with number 8.
Number 8. When the Toastmaster meeting get cancelled, Toastmaster Vichitravir, when the Toastmasters meeting get cancelled, over to you.
When the Toastmaster meetings get cancelled, actually, I will take not only the instance of the Toastmaster meeting, but I myself fear from any kind of meeting. The moment when someone says that you have to go on stage, I know there are people who like to go on stage, engage with public, and they love it. But for me, it is something kind of different. If I'm talking to any of my friend, then it is completely different scenario. I really like to engage with them. But the reason why I am here on Toastmasters is just because I fear going on stage. And believe me, even if it is Toastmasters meeting or any other meeting, and the moment I see the message that meeting is cancelled, I don't think there is any other person who is more happier than me. So for me, maybe the cancelling of meeting is not good for other, but for me this is the best thing. And I don't know why, even in my dreams, I just pray that maybe somehow the meeting will get cancelled tomorrow. But now we know that because of this online Zoom meetings, we do not have those ideas like it is raining too heavily, I cannot drive to the club, and we cannot make excuses also. So yes, that's from my side.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vichitravir. First Toastmaster I have seen is saying, if Toastmaster meeting got cancelled, I will be very happy. All right. Anyhow, timer, do we have time? Can we take one more topic? Timer, can you please confirm?
We can, but it's better to stop here, I think. We are left.
All right. All right. All right. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for participating in table topics. Please do let me know how I have conducted my segments at the end of this meeting. Thank you so much. And before going, shall we have the polls for best speaker and best table topic speaker? Timer, can you confirm if all the speakers are eligible for voting?
It took a bit more time, like than the allotted time. It was 8 minutes and 53 seconds, but I would say like in between there was some disturbance. Like the mic of Toastmaster Devika was on mute, so I think he is disqualified this time because if I will even give him a grace of 30 seconds, then still he is not qualified. Still, it is 8 minutes and 23 seconds. And for Toastmaster Kirti, I was there till 5 minutes for her, but I got disconnected and kicked off. I don't know how much she spoke after I was disconnected. I'm really sorry for this. I can tell about the table topics, but
all right, in table topics, all these speakers are eligible.
Everybody is qualified, yeah.
Great. So let's have the favorite table topic speaker on your screen. Reena, you can send me your vote personally because you are co-host. You may not be able to vote.
I have voted already.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes. Should we conduct the polls for both the speakers? I mean, like I think it was my mistake. I was not able to do it for Kirti. So we can conduct the polls for
our president's call. President, what do you suggest?
No. It is clearly established that I took more time.
All
so
right.
We'll follow the protocol.
All right. So let's move forward. I will hand over the virtual stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Devika. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Said. You do a wonderful job in conducting that table topic session. It was very interesting. I loved it. So now I will hand over my stage to the journal evaluator to conduct the evaluation segment. Over to you, Toastmaster Arpit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepika. So I would make sure that the evaluation is done. But I suppose Toastmaster Vijay, if he is ready, I would like to call Toastmaster Vijay Trivedi to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster PK sir. Toastmaster Vijay Trivedi, stage is yours.
For whom the bell tolls. That was a wonderful speech by you, Toastmaster PK. You kept us completely hooked from the starting to the very end of your speech. Your speech had a story, and not only story, it also had a message. That what is the potential that social media brings with itself. We all have seen that as we have grown up, the media, the social media, the internet has also grown up with us. Earlier, what we used to think was only a platform to just maybe talk to people and talk to our relatives, or maybe meeting our friends whom we lost in our classes. But today, it is a platform where we can make connections, and we never know where these connections will lead us. You clearly defined how a bad incident that happened with you in long back, and you learned from that incident, and not only you used the social media platform to your own advantage, but you also exploited it to your maximum. I really like the way you unleashed your tool, that is smart, which in itself comes with a lot of weapons, like S for being specific, then M for metric, ART. Every single word has its own value. However, as we know that all the speeches can be improved. In your speech, I would like to recommend a few things. The first one is in the beginning, you really involved every one of us with the phrase of the day. But however, as you said, that if life gives you lemon, cut it into 8 pieces. It was definitely humorous, and it also brought a lot of attention. I myself felt it disconnected with the theme of your speech, where you could have improved upon. The second one, your tool smart, or as we can say, the universal tool that you discussed, that is smart, in itself carries a lot of weightage and a lot of information in it that when packed, it could be a seminar in itself. And that is the reason I think you overshoot the time. So maybe if you can give one or two examples only for the smart tutorial, that would have worked. To put cherry on top of the cake, uh, we all have seen you delivering speeches. Your speeches are, as I have already said, quintessential, and it brings a lot of drama and motion. You could have stood up and delivered your speech that would have made even greater impact. In the end, I would like to finish my evaluation with a quote from David Alston saying, "Social media is not a media. The key is to listen, engage, and build relationship. You never know where these relationships could take you." Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vichitri, for a wonderful evaluation. And I would like to add one specific tool for Toastmaster PK. If you could have recorded your speech before presenting it here in the club, it could have told you how much time it could have done, because all problem was regarding time management only. The rest of the speech was perfect. So thanks to Toastmaster Vichitri for his evaluation. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Asankhya Mohan for his evaluation for Toastmaster Kirti. Toastmaster Asankhya, stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arpit. And to start with, Toastmaster Kirti, right from the word go, you can say started the speech with a quote. You ended the speech with a wonderful manner. I'll come to that. So kudos to you for keeping the audience hooked, right from the way you had your body language in place, right from moving to and fro with your stage presence, like in the initial bit itself, wherein you can say you were actively using the stage. Thereafter, coming to the voice modulation towards the end, wherein you mentioned when you were stating that anecdote, particularly about that, stating about how that story went, and when you were furious. So you mentioned I was furious, and at the same time you also added the only task. So these were the 2 pointers that I felt actually, wherein you effective just the 2 pointers, just to state how you effectively used voice modulation. Coming on to another commendation is how you stated all the leadership styles, be it autocratic, bureaucratic, innovative, so on and so forth, all the styles, and related it with some personality as well, be it Hitler, an IS officer. And then one suggestion regarding this aspect itself is that I would have loved if you would have related these styles specifically with someone you know or someone we know. Maybe some of our Toastmasters members itself, wherein we would have been able to connect with them, because I know Toastmaster Vichitri, Toastmaster Faisal, Toastmaster Ray, any one of us you could have maybe taken, and that would have made a more impact in terms of connecting the speech with the audience. Coming to another area of suggestion, you started the speech stating, after the quote you mentioned, today in my project I have to understand a little bit about my project leadership style. So instead of stating that, you can say you could have just maybe said that in your mind itself, because I feel this is something we this understanding your leadership style is kind of I feel we have to make sure that the uh, the the curriculum or the leadership styles are being stated. So sometimes I feel it gets a bit monotonous, wherein you have to follow these steps, follow these styles, that we have to state this and we have to tell it about little about them. But instead of stating that, you could have maybe framed it in a better manner. Instead of stating that you have to understand this, you could have started it with maybe something else, like you did with the quote. But this would have maybe been avoided. This could have been avoided. That's it. Coming to few other commendations, coming to how you shared your journey from thinking whether you are a leader in terms of with an innovative style of leadership, to evaluating yourself, to your bureaucratic qualities, and then on the cherry on the cake was how you maybe evaluated that and compared in some sort of in stated an anecdote basically and stated that to us, that made it a bit more relatable to us. So kudos to you on that part. Lastly, to conclude with your conclusion as well itself, that wherein you mentioned that it's our actions that determine our leadership styles. That's kind of true, and that varies in from situation to situation, wherein we have to improvise whenever required in terms of leading. That's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Arpit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sang, for such a detailed evaluation. And I agree with you. Voice modulation was perfect. The person literally showed her voice modulation. Her body language was also up to the mark. Hand expression was always used throughout your speech. And movement of speech, like when she showed that once she was here, then she moved to the right hand side of the stage. It was perfectly done. I could just simply say that if even if it's using, like Toastmaster asks you to use the members of the club to show the example for the leadership style, it might be possible that someone doesn't likes it. It can be possible. So it's better to avoid that. Rest all the things Toastmaster has literally added to your speech, and I hope you might have got benefited by his valuation. So thank you, Toastmaster. Thanks a lot. And from now onwards, I would like to call upon my tag team. And before that, I will first of all I will have to call my tag team only for the evaluation segment. So I would like to let us play some game. Let us call for the grammarian. Let me call Toastmaster Anushka first, and then I will call the counter, and then the timer. This time I will reverse it because introducing I went for the tag, and in the evaluation I will go for the GAT reverse. So Toastmaster Anushka, please, stage is all yours. Are you ready with it?
Yes, I'm always ready. Okay. So it was a pleasure listening to all your speeches and the table topic session. And I'm happy to see that all my fellow Toastmasters were eager to use the word of the day and the idiom of the day. So the word of the day was used, that was quintessential, was used by Toastmaster Reena, Toastmaster Vichitraveer, and I think I think just two people. And maybe somebody else I forgot to write, forget it. And the idiom of the day, when life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. It was used by Toastmaster Arpit and Toastmaster PK. Secondly, this is what happens when you reverse it on the spot. Okay. There were some rhetorical devices used. For example, simile. Toastmaster Katie used like Hitler. There was a hyperbole used. My fantasy world got shaken and was shattered. And there was a personification, head clouded with thought. Some idioms and phrasal verbs, apart from the word idiom of the day, was used, like part and parcel of your life, put cherry on top of the cake, or put cherry on the cake. Meanwhile, I also noted some phrases that I thought could be improvised. For example, more happier. Instead the speaker could have said more happy, which is in itself summarizes the meaning. Kept on calling to her, kept calling her. It is something kind of different. It is kind of different. I have given her the only task. I gave her the only task of, and then whatever the task is. She couldn't make it. She couldn't make it even happen. She couldn't even make it happen. Gotten benefited. Got benefited. That's all from me. Over to you, General Evaluator, TM Arpit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anushka, for your evaluation. Next, I would like to call upon on stage Toastmaster Smita for the counter report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, sir, for calling me. Let me share my screen for the report, please. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as you can see that today we have very few uses of filler words and filler sounds. Toastmaster PK Ray actually did not use any filler sounds, so that is why you don't see any numbers. Toastmaster Devika used 2 hours and a few hours, and I was about to write since she was still completing. And repetitive body gestures that can be avoided are looking down into your notes and touching her tresses. Toastmaster Arpit as a general evaluator. Oh, what did I do? As a general evaluator, use 2 hours, 2 hours, and fill a word so. Toastmaster Faisal, 3 hours and 4 hours. Toastmaster Ray as the speaker was using some 2 A's. Toastmaster Vichitraveer as an evaluator. A little work is needed, Toastmaster Vichitraveer. Some A's got more out here today, and this could be avoided, but I would really like to compliment you on your heartwarming smile, which was there. Then Toastmaster Kirti, let me first of all commend you on your body movement and your eye contact. Something that I felt could be improved upon were I was, and a lot of other words could be used in your sentences. So as a repetitive word was present. Toastmaster Arpit as the table topic speaker, the repetitive words were sometimes that came up a little more than I felt, and they could have been avoided. Happens was also there. The report already mentions, since we also had a lot of speakers who did not use any of it and they're very commendable. Toastmaster Smita, I as a table topic speaker, I could not record my own. And that is one thing that I would like to point out to all of us present here in the meeting, that these filler sounds and these filler words, they break the silence, but at many times out of the habit, and nonetheless, they add to the verbal clutter. And those who are speaking it do not come to know of it. Like I did not come to know of mine, but I'm sure you could have noticed it. And you will be able to point out what were my filler sounds and what were my filler phrases that I was using as crutch words to fill my sentences, to fill my speech. I would only like to, let me stop share first. I'll just like to request that the way to cut down these filler sounds and filler words are for new speakers to record what they are speaking, their speeches. If you're able to do a Zoom recording, or if you're able to record an audio recording and hear it, then you'll realize that this is how you actually sound like. We do not know what we sound like. So that can be a helpful tool. Back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Arpit.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters, for your lessons for all of us. Thanks a lot for your report also. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Reena. Toastmaster Reena, that she will be presenting a timing report for all of us. Toastmaster Reena, stage is all yours.
Yes, give me a minute, please. Is my screen visible? Okay. So Toastmaster PK Ray, he took 8 minutes and 53 seconds, and he was not within the time frame which was allotted to him, so he's disqualified. Toastmaster Kirti, she took 7 minutes and 18 seconds. She was within the time frame and she's qualified to be considered as the speaker. Then after that, talking about the evaluators, Toastmaster Vichitraveer, he took 3 minutes 19 seconds, which means that he's qualified as an evaluator. And Toastmaster Sankhya, he took 3 minutes 21 seconds, and he is also qualified to be the evaluator, keeping in mind the grace period of 30 seconds given to both the evaluators. Then after that, this is the timers report for Toastmaster Arpit. He took 1 minute 20 seconds. He's qualified. Toastmaster Smita, she took 2 minutes 25 seconds. She's also qualified. Toastmaster Anushka, 1 minute 45 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Kirti, 1 minute 51 seconds qualified, and again Toastmaster PK 2 minutes 41 seconds, and he is not qualified for the table topics because it is 11 minutes more than even the grace time given to him. The only suggestion that I want to give all of you is that there is some time constraints that we have in Toastmasters meeting. We all love speaking, and it is better to utilize all the time given to you. I would say to Toastmaster Arpit that he would have spoken for few more seconds to at least make it more than 1 minute 30 seconds. And I would say to Toastmaster PK that there is a little need for the time management, maybe because we have not conducted the meeting for long, so this is why it is happening, but it is not a big deal. You all will be in the time frame next time. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Reena, for your wonderful evaluation. And before moving forward with my evaluation, I would like to have the polls for the best speaker and best evaluation. I suppose Toastmaster PK got disqualified, so we will not be having the polls for the best speaker. Toastmaster Kirti has been selected as the best speaker. Let's have the role for the best evaluation and most favorite auxiliary role player. Please vote for this most favorite auxiliary role player.
I got the majority and ending the poll. Now we have evaluator. I got the majority and ending the poll. Then, all right. Best role player at the end of.
Can I proceed? Thank you, Toastmaster Syed Faisal, for the polls. The best thing which I liked today was like all the members were conscious regarding the starting of the meeting. They were all on time. So meeting started on time. Like this consciousness shows that all of us so disciplined in the meetings, which is lacking in other clubs. The second best thing which I liked was introducing children to the club. Saida Fatima Zaidi, she was being introduced to the club at such a younger age. That will help her a lot in improving her personality. So kudos for that. The timer beautifully explained her or elaborated her role. That I really liked her. And second was the R counter. The kind of knowledge she was sharing, Toastmaster Smita, not only for the guests, not only for the beginners, even for the seniors, it was a good revision for us to learn from her. This was a good learning lesson. Kudos for that also. Few recommendations I would like to say. The grammarian forgot to show the picture for the word of the day. And she also did not share the word of the day and the idiom of the day in the chat box. These two things are missing by the grammarian. And the timer, when she was sharing screen, the screen was not shared between the two individuals. She was completely sharing the screen. It can be done that she can share her screen and turn off so that the speaker can be visible. But I was watching the speaker in a gallery view, which could have been done like having a whole view. So I would like to ask the tech master to make sure that the screen is being shared by equally by the timer and the speaker also. And regarding the timer also, the timer didn't lock to the speaker. As we can say, the speaker, Toastmaster PK, when he was speaking, someone was speaking in between. And this only happens when the person is not, he has not muted himself before doing that. So this can be taken by the tech master, I suppose. And, last thing, I suppose overall the meeting was beautifully explained, and the speakers were wonderful. Today I learned a lot from the speakers. They were having so much of energy in them that even the evaluators were very good. And this is the best thing about this meeting today. And regarding the energy of the club, it was wonderful. And I would like to ask Toastmaster Zedi to move forward with the polls of the club. Over to Toastmaster Zedi.
Best role players. On your screen. All right, I got the majority. I'm ending the poll. Over to you, Mr. General Manager. The poll is done.
Yeah, TMOD.
Okay. Okay, so thank you, Toastmaster Arpit, for the wonderful evaluation. So, fellow Toastmasters, you can have your own ways to have fun in your life. Some may find happiness in doing social work, others in creating something or doing something for someone, or it may be doing something for the country. So choose whatever you feel like. But if you haven't found it, you can introspect it and find your hobby to have fun in your life. So now I hand over my virtual stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster PK Racer. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Devika. Ladies and gentlemen, a special round of applause for the TMOD, please. Wonderfully done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm sure we have a lot to talk about, but we'll do it informally. Let's close this meeting first. And for that, I'll take you back to
certificates.
Toastmaster Syed Faisal Zaidi, who will announce the prizes.
I will share you.
Okay, best speaker. Best speaker goes to Toastmaster Kirti. Congratulations. Very well done. Best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Asankhya. Veteran, thank you so much for your evaluation. Congratulations. Best auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Smita. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much and congratulations. Toastmaster Syed Faisal Zaidi, best role player indeed. Thank you so much and congratulations. Best TT speaker, Toastmaster Kirti. Once again, thank you, Toastmaster Kirti. Congratulations. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming for this meeting. I guess we should officially close it and then hold on for our chit chat, right?